A very good evening to you from wherever you're watching us tonight. It is the 26th day of March 2023, the very last Sunday of the month of March. Welcome to the broadcast. All right, I'm in the company of Samuel Kelo, a sign language interpreter tonight. I am an ODIDA. Let's get right into it. Now, the Inspector General of Police, Japheth Koome, has assured Kenyans that the Nairobi Central Business District CBD will be secured ahead of the planned Azimio mass action. Koome has further stated that those planning to cause chaos within the CBD will be stopped at the estates and that there will be no protest tomorrow. Listen in. Inspector General of Police Japheth Koome, in a press briefing on Sunday, banned entry into the city with certain objects which he termed offensive weapons. Koome was addressing the Azimio planned protest scheduled for Monday and Thursday next week, urging Kenyans to keep going about their normal lives and go to work. According to the IG, more security staff will be put in place all over the country.
Wakenya wote waende kazi kesho. Niko na maofisa wenzangu hapa, all the service commanders. Labda yule yuko ni DCI kwa sababu alikuwa kule Mombasa. Tuko tayari. Sisi ni kuhakikishia nchi yetu ni tulivu na salama. Every corner of this country is secure and safe.
The IG also defended the National Police Service from accusations that they had selected to side with the government in the wake of the mass demonstrations. The police boss called out Azimio over intimidating junior officers following the threats to file cases against Nairobi Regional Commander Adamson Bungei at the International Criminal Court.
Nimesikia politicians, nimeangalia last week, wanaanza kutisha Regional Commander wangu Bungei. Tutashika wewe, tutapeleka International Court. Kwa nini unaogopa Koome? Unadeal na mdogo wangu. Deal with the Koome. I'm ready. I'm the commander of the National Police Service.
The IG further stated that the issues being raised by politicians are political and should be addressed politically and not at the expense of the Kenyan youth.
Siulize wala nakaa na hii sava kwa nini unataka kuchafua nchi kwa sababu kitu ambacho mwananchi wa kawaida afahamu, mimi sifahamu kama Inspector General. Those are political issues. Political issues which need political solution.
The back and forth between the police and the Azimio coalition has continued despite the police was declaring a ban on the protests. Azimio leaders maintain that demonstration will continue as planned. On Friday, the opposition informed the Nairobi Officer Commanding Station of the upcoming demonstrations. In a letter to the OCS, the opposition said the demonstrations will start at daybreak and end at dusk. Now, opposition leaders led by Azimio la Umoja One Kenya leader Raila Odinga today attended a church service at Jesus Teaching Ministry in Embakasi, Nairobi. The opposition leaders maintain they will hold demonstrations tomorrow, even as the Inspector General says that the demonstrations are illegal. The Odinga-led team also wants the police not to use force during the demonstrations scheduled for tomorrow.
Musiogope hii vitisho ya Bwana Koome. Hiyo anabweka tu. Anabweka. Hiyo yake ni kama kunyamba kwa punda. Sawa. Sisi tumesema tutaendelea mbele, wapende wasi.
Kenyatta University has today held an interfaith Thanksgiving church and prayer service at the institution's graduation square, where it hosted Dr. Super Moesi, Director LNG, White French Office, Adventist University of Africa, alongside Sheikh Ibrahim Lithome, who spoke on the theme, "The Lord is our banner and thy Lord is most forgiving, full of mercy," respectively. The Vice-Chancellor, Professor Paul Wainaina, acknowledged the peace and tranquility the university has so far experienced in the 2022-2023 academic year, pointing out the excellent work relation in the institution. The Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academics, Professor Washeke Wanjohi, on her part, urged the students to be well prepared ahead of the examinations in order to avert any cases of exams irregularities.
Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an inventive journey since the last time the university held a face-to-face interfaith Thanksgiving service on 24th March 2019. We did, however, hold 3 blended services under the strict COVID-19 protocol. We are starting our exams. We started on Thursday, but the actual start is Monday, and we know this is a very, very important event in our calendar.
Laban Henry Otuoma, Henry Otuoma has been crowned the winner of the 2023 edition of the Red Bull Doodle Art Finals. Joan Moema and Wamuyu Karui follow the Bachelor of Fine Arts graduate from Kenyatta University, taking second place and third place respectively. Take a look.
The 2023 edition of the Red Bull Doodle Art Finals competition saw the participation of campus students and art lovers from across the country who fought for an opportunity to connect with the artistic side and showcase prowess in doodle art. The finals was a culmination of a 2-month competition where artists had to showcase their creative doodle designs and get an opportunity to compete in the global competition, which has attracted over 8,000 students, where only the finalists will compete in Amsterdam this May. Decorated illustrator and artist Edwin Wainaina, one of the competition's judges, lauded the participants' high turnout.
Congratulations, Henry!
Out of the 700 pieces submitted, 30 doodle pieces done by 24 artists made it to the gallery for viewing, since some artists had more than one item in their final round. Caesar, one of the judges of the competition, pointed out that apart from the creativity and skill set, they also considered the fun aspect. The top 10 doodle art finalists selected by the judges who went through the entries in a week were Joan Moema, Caleb Kivindu, Annette Ikok, Henry Otuoma, Marvin Kibutu, Dennis Ndegwa, Brian Mwai, Edward Kamau, and Chadni Halai. As the winner of the competition, Henry will get to do a doodle piece at the Red Bull Kenya office and also represent Kenya in the global competition that will take place in Amsterdam this May. Mutweri Eliud, KUTV.
Now, President William Ruto has left the country for a 4-day visit to the Federal Republic of Germany and the Kingdom of Belgium. Ruto's tour comes as the country braces for the second phase of Azimio-led anti-government protest mobilized by opposition chief Raila Odinga.
The head of state, President William Ruto, earlier today left the country for Belgium, where he is expected to hold talks with President Frank Walter and German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, aimed at strengthening bilateral relations between Kenya and Germany. In a statement, State House spokesperson Hussein Mohammed noted that President Ruto will also deliver a keynote address at the Berlin Energy Transition Dialogue, outlining the challenges of energy security amidst the worsening climate crisis and the push for investment in the renewable energy in Kenya and Africa. Kenya will also explore partnership with Germany on the youth's agenda, specifically in vocation, education and training. Kenyan Ambassador to Germany Tom Amolo, in his address ahead of President's visit, stated that in order for Kenya and Germany to strengthen their already existing relations, there is need for a strategic plan that covers every aspect of the country's interest, including health and agriculture. President William Ruto has left the country for a 4-day visit in the European Union nation. This as the country braces for a second phase of Azimio planned protest. Odinga has launched demonstrations since last week to force the government to tackle high cost of living and protest the presidential victory he claims was stolen from him during the August 2022 polls won by President William Ruto. Wilson Tobiko, KU TV.
All right, we are taking a very fast short break. At this point, you're coming back with agribusiness. Stay with us.
Badala ya kutafuta kazi, tunaweza kuanzisha miradi yetu ambayo ingetusaidia kubadilisha maisha ya wazazi wetu.
Kwa vijana wenzangu, wengi wale hawana kazi, lakini ikiwa sisi wenyewe tutajiamini, tunaweza kujiajiri wenyewe.
Afrika kwa kweli tuna mahitaji ambayo ukiyasuluhisha unaweza kuathiri watu kwenye bara hili.
Bila uoga, watu huwa na uzalishaji zaidi, wanajawa na ujasiri, wanakuwa wabunifu na wanakuwa wenye maarifa.
Niliamua kuacha kazi, hata kama sitafanikiwa, nitakuwa nimejaribu, nitakuwa najua haiwezekani.
Hakuna kitu cha ajabu hapa. Kila anayepata ufanisi hufanya kazi usiku na mchana.
Kitu kitakusukuma na kuwezesha kupata maarifa ambayo hukuwa nayo.
Tunajaribu kutengeneza kitu kitakachopita mipaka ya nchi hii.
Ikiwa unataka kubadilisha ulimwengu, anza na nyumbani.
Kipindi hewani ni mitindo ya kipwani. Kama ilivyo kipindi hiki kinahusu nyimbo za tarab, chakacha, midwara, midundiko, bila kusahau mapishi. Ambao ndio uti wa mgongo wa pwani ya Afrika Mashariki.
Jamani swaibu zangu mliopo maskani, hatuonani wenzangu, najua mwanitamani.
Hapa KU TV, nahoda mwendesha chombo cha baharini, yani ua linalonukia na kuvutia waridi tamu.
I'm a freshman in Kenyatta University. This is all what I've heard about campus. Campus is full of freedom.
Ni cumulative.
Mchezo hiyo ili poka gani kwani?
I'm a fourth year student and I mostly hang out at shopping center. I'm a arboretum. And what I'd tell first years is it's never too late to start being serious.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Let's continue. Now, in the wake of the high cost of living being experienced in the country, farmers in Kakamega County have involved themselves in black soldier fly farming, which they say relieves the burden of buying animal feeds at a higher cost, as well as reduce the cost of production. According to the farmers, the black soldier flies are a source of protein and can also be used for feed formulation.
As the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization (KALRO) moves to develop low-cost feeds using locally available materials, farmers in Kakamega are turning to black soja farming to provide for their livestock. Anne Nebutala, a small-scale farmer in Kakamega, says that BSF has multiple advantages that are of benefit to farmers. According to Anne, this type of farming reduces cost of feeds and is also a big source of protein.
Sababu ya kuanzisha BSF hii mradi ni moja, ni chakula imepanda bei, na BSF ni source of protein ambayo ita reduce costs.
In addition, Anne knows that the flies can be used as an ingredient for feed formulation and also as fertilizer in the farm. According to her, the worms consume waste as their food, while the broken down waste materials are reused in the farm as fertilizer.
Na pia inaweza tumika kama feed formulation, one of the ingredient ya feed formulation. Ukitumia hiyo utapata ya kwamba utaenda kwa duka kununua vitu kama ochonga, omena ambayo iko bei ghali na protein content iko chini.
Abigail Luna from the University of Nairobi explains that together with other entities, they are carrying out a research to identify the best breed that can survive in different parts of the country under a project called Fly Gene.
We are doing research on them because we want to see if we can get the best strain, the best eggs for the farmers that for the flies that can survive in different areas of the country.
Abigail explains that any farmer can start black soja farming depending on their location.
Depending on where you are, you can start with the larvae, the Insta-1 larvae, or the eggs, where all you need is the waste, the organic waste to feed them as you continue until they get to Insta-5 where they are ready for harvest. If you want to take on the whole cycle, you'll need somewhere to keep a fly cage or a larva cage where the flies live and they mate and lay eggs. They need a cage so that they don't escape.
In addition, Abigail knows that this type of farming is also a source of profit to farmers as they can also sell the flies to food processors. According to the farmers, black soja farming has a lot of advantages which they say makes the cost of living bearable. Ruth Wanjiru for KU TV.
The Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization (KALRO) has unveiled a superior indigenous chicken breed that is high-yielding and disease-resistant. The new KALRO improved KC3 breed is an upgrade of KC1 and KC2 chicken, whose research started about 2 decades ago and involved genetic upgrading and crossbreeding with the local ones to improve an economically important traits.
During the unveiling of the improved chicken held at the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Organization Non-Ruminant Research Institute in Kakamega, KALRO Director General Dr. Eliud Kirega said that there is a high demand for one-day-old chicks in the country, with the organization distributing 3.69 million chicks of these breeds to farmers in the country in the last 6 years. KALRO Director in charge of Livestock Systems, Dr. Samuel Mbuku, said that a new 2,000 bird capacity breeding and multiplication has been established at the Kakamega Center to meet the national demand of over 2 million one-day-old chicks.
Currently, our annual production of day-old chicks starts at around 600,000 compared to the national demand of over 2 million chicks per year. Due to this high demand, we made a decision to expand breeding and multiplication program here at the National Non-Ruminant Research Institute in Kakamega.
The Principal Secretary State Department for Livestock, Harry Kimutai, said that poultry is one of the most important enterprises in rural poor households' food and nutrition security. Expressing his concern over importation of raw eggs from neighboring countries.
This breed has an appealing plumage cover that appeals to market demand, particularly in Western Kenya. These improved lines grow and produce as many eggs as much as the local breeds while consuming less feed compared to the exotics.
The new improved indigenous chicken is expected to boost farmers' eggs production with the ability to lay 220 to 280 eggs in a year, the first laying at 4 months. Joy Minor, KUTV, Nairobi.
Right now in sports, Harambee Stars, a national team consisting of 24 players, have arrived in Tehran, Iran for a friendly match. And Inferior's side are expected to hold some recovery session before proper training on Monday morning. Firat has made it clear that their goal against Iran is not to win, but to pick vital lessons on how to improve. The friendly match will be held at Azadi Stadium on Tuesday from 7 p.m. East Africa time. Now, the fourth leg of the Junior Golf Foundation US Kids Tournament was cancelled over the weekend due to the heavy rains that have pounded Nairobi since Friday. 149 junior players were in the draw for the tournament at the current country club, but the overnight rains did not allow any play to tee off. The Junior Golf Foundation President Regina Gashora confirmed talks are underway to find a new date, possibly a Saturday or a Sunday or any other day during the school holidays. Gashora also added that majority of areas at Karen are flooded, which is not a good environment for the juniors.
We made a decision along with Lawrence from JGF that it wasn't permissible to have any juniors teeing off today. So we will have them all going at hopefully an alternative date.
All right, that's a wrap. Thank you so much for keeping it KUTV Weekend Live. Let's meet again tomorrow, of course, for our Money Monday Bulletin. My name is ODIDA. Sign language interpreter tonight is Samuel Kelo. Have yourself a good night.